acolo e perfect. Și cred că o să-ți dai un pic de zoom. Cum vrei.
Ela? Vou ficar
Delay.
Hi, good evening, folks. Nice to see you for our last summerish AMA.
1 second.
So we got all good, live, good to go. Yes, we have just for YouTube understand these small missteps. Just there is a delay in what I see on screen and what you hear. So welcome, guys. Thank you for putting out the effort in being present. I know for some of you it's really tough to be present at this hour. I have to apologize for that. It's because of me. I'm the one who messed things up, and I take full responsibility for it. The rationale behind is that because we are working really hard to engage a larger community in it, opening new contact for us. And last evening I was evaluating projects for Stanford University, and I had to move all these things around and struggle with the calendar. So I apologize for that, but it's for a good reason. For tonight, I really would like to keep it straight to the point and short for about 1 hour. We have a couple of interesting updates, and also with me tonight is Vainius, our colleague from Lithuania. I will really would like to welcome him in front of you and let him introduce himself, and having mentioned a couple of things about how the developments are going in Lithuania and how we are proceeding with that. We are on the track and how it goes. We just found out that we just received some new updates from the National Bank of there. Vainius is going to update you on that. You will be able to ask him questions, and then I'm going to introduce a couple of more things on which we are working in the office and what are the latest developments. Vainius is not going to be with us live for the entire AMA. So for the first 10 minutes, I will allow him to introduce himself and say a couple of things about what's happening over there in the office. Vainius, the floor is yours.
Hi everybody, it's really nice to be online. Unfortunately, I was not able to be here next week, but hopefully next time back in person and then same around. So yes, I joined the team because I really found that it was an amazing project, really interesting and very ambitious. To tell a bit more about myself, I'm coming from the financial background. I was working in the financial company for the last several years, from the corporates to the startups. Co-founded a couple of them, already had like some busts, some successful exits, but here we are right now, like working together hand in hand with Infineon Digital project. So I found it really interesting, and I think like there's a great cooperation for both of us to do what we can do and what we can achieve. And yes, for the last maybe like several years, what I was doing is I was working mainly on the financial industry, like the fintech industry, with the fintech companies, with the regulation companies. We have the experience in the licensing companies for the electronic money institutions. We have licensed a crypto company. And the whole idea what we are trying to do right now is we are trying to achieve a couple of licenses that would help us to issue not only and serve crypto clients, but also to offer the daily financial services. Like most of them that you saw in the presentation previously, in the role of Clip, like with the daily banking services, which would be combined with the
Vinus, could you, just a second, Vinus, could you speak a bit louder, because the folks that are watching us, please do so, speak somehow closer to the mic. We'll try to use the earbuds, okay?
Yeah, so I have experience, like vast experience working with a licensed company for both in the industry of electronic money institutions and also in the crypto company. So my main task and my priority is to create a smooth process of being able to offer both crypto and financial services on one platform, the one that you saw in the clip that was shown previously. So this is the key priority that we are working towards on, and yes, we have great news, because as we're working not only towards one license, but for several of the licenses, like we're already like in the progress of receiving one of them in the nearest future, so we're gonna roll out to the basic features and basic functionality from the very beginning. So that's a big achievement, and that means that soon we will be able to roll out and to start offering some of the services, and then of course like introduce some other ones as well. So that's about what I do. And as I see, like I have some issues regarding the noise. It's quite strange because like I'm alone in the office, but maybe what we can do is I will try to reply to all the questions that we have online from the chat. I'll try to answer as much as possible, and in case there will be any other ones, we can definitely get in touch, and I will also answering those as well.
Oh, come on, nobody understands. Yeah, so. That is okay. Is it possible to.
I tried with a headphone, but like they were not working previously, but I confess to that.
Try now, and then I will take over and try to see if it works with the headphones, with the AirPods, okay? And then we'll see. If not,
then I'll try to find other
Okay.
headphones for it.
Okay, good.
I'll
Try to see if it works with the headphones. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, for this, but bear in mind that we have this live from the office in Bucharest, and Vinus is in the office in Lithuania. So we will sure we have this delay, and we apologize for that. And also bear in mind that internet doesn't work the same over markets, over countries, and obviously you have difficulties. So bear with us with this, and we'll fix it. We already talked, and we will have a professional setup for the next MA in September when we come back in having this regular meetings. Okay, so a couple of updates from our side, and some of the info you'll get also to the report that is coming out. We have some changes in the team, and that's something that you will see also in the report, and I will let you read more about it. We added new people. We are strengthening the team in order to better address the needs of what we are building, and also better address the needs in going faster to market, and also in having our visibility increase, because we realize that this is an issue that we have, so we address that issue and brought new people in the team. There are a couple of let's say on the app side, because many of you are asking when the alpha, when other issues related to that is coming. I just want to mention that we are in the process of handover from what
Zetec work does, in order to integrate their portion of work with what Softminator is working on. So soon we are going to have the app also released in test version. We are not calling it anymore alpha, it's going to be version 0.1, just to be clarified, because we had just let's see, have a management of expectations, because some of you through alpha you mean one thing. From our perspective, alpha is just a way to validate some assumptions that basically stays at the bottom of development in terms of application. So we would like to have a strong foundation on that. So that's why we are not calling it alpha. So it's going to be version 0.1. And it's going to come to you in the near future, most probably at the beginning of August. For that, we are doing the onboarding of testers who are going to get invite. We sort out the issues with email addresses and everything, because we also you need to bear in mind that we didn't fully anticipated some stuff, but because of exposure that we have, we need to be fully GDPR compliant, and this GDPR compliance is really offering us a lot of headache. So it's not something that we anticipated in the past that seriously. We knew that we need to be compliant, but now, in order to collect email addresses and make sure that the invites are properly done, we had to do some readjustment from that perspective. So that's the rationale of other delays that we had. Some of you managed to get the invite from Raluca Angelescu, and you've been involved in testing different portions or elements of the app so far. We received your feedback, and we are working on that in integrating it. So we are quite there. So that's on the app side. So most probably by mid-August you will have it. Again, not to have your expectations too high. One thing that we want to achieve with this release is that you'll be able to download the app as it is from Google Store, and also be able to have the app downloaded from the App Store as well. But in the App Store, you will need to have also added an application that allows you to test the version in place. Okay, so just bear with us in there. Also, as on what we worked in the past month and a couple of months, as you saw from our messages, we've been with Aline in Vienna. We have a new team on board that is taking over and helps us in addressing the fiat part of the app. Therefore, we hired the best-in-class advisors for that. in which we have a strong know-how put on the table from the guys of Euro Group Consulting. They have a lot of experience in banking and insurance, and an insurance part, extensively working with banks and high-profile insurance companies across industries. Okay, we have some Infineons around us, because most of you heard that you hear kids. Those are my kids, so bear with me, and I apologize for that. Unfortunately, I'm a full-time dad, and I need to juggle with kids among kids and project as well. So I really appreciate your support in it. And I hope it's not going to be too much of a disturbance to you. So thank you for that. Actually, this room is really pretty well built, but my kids are like, you cannot imagine how Duracell batteries work. You need to see these guys. So yeah. Going back to the project. So we have Martin. You have Martin, who is who worked extensively in the telecom industry, working on the loyalty part program. We have Rainer, who worked extensively with banks like Erste, Raiffeisen, build up the process of digitalization process for them, organic credit. We have Stefan, who has extensive experience in payment side and core banking solutions in here, and with their support, we are going to develop the business plan for the banking part, on which we have a couple of new interesting ideas that we would like, and we will implement actually in the app, and we will work with them closely on that. Yeah, I know this is something that I will do. Just a second, Mukio. On here. So yeah, that's the update that we have on their thing. Yeah. So other than that, as you know, we finalized, because there was also one issue, and you will find it in the report. You are going to have an update on let's say perks and bonuses that we have for you as investors, and we are going to detail that in the report. Oh my God, Kinder Egg, are you serious? Isn't it that enough? With a Kinder Egg, that's going to be 1,000 times even worse than it is. So so yeah, just a second. Wait. Hocus pocus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in shorts. In Bucharest, the weather it's like it is. I promise next time I won't be short. But it's not really a short, it's like a chino short, so it's business-like. Okay, what else? There was on the group, everybody asked us about Zitec. So we concluded with ZDAC the contract. They delivered what they had to deliver, and we decided that it's better for us and the project to continue our further development with Sofbinator and take over that. So they delivered their part. Now we are auditing everything that they delivered, code, staking platform, and token as well, just to make sure that this stuff is really okay. So we are doing that now. We just got the first feedback on the code and token and everything. We'll get back to them, and most probably next week we are going to deploy everything that they worked on. So this is the rationale behind. In all honesty, we are moving so fast and so many things are happening in the project, and we need to keep up the pace. With Sofbinator, just as for you as an info, so far we have 18 developers working on the project. We are going to add a new team during the next months, in next quarter. And by the end of December, November, we are going to have another team, additional team in place. 5 and another 5 people, or about 10 will come, or 8 will come in at the end of the year. So totalizing about 36-40 people working on that. Also, we started to have interviews and bring in people in the team, which will be permanent on the banking side. We are continuing to work heavily on that. People with experience in banking and banking experience on that, in payments and everything related to that. So now I'm going to take your questions and I try to answer that. What about Meet that you're talking yesterday with Visa and MasterCard? Okay, so as I said, each of us in the team have different core competences, or let's say a network of people that we bring on the table. And we brought on through this, we managed to bring on the table high-level meetings with Visa. We just met 2 weeks ago in Oradea. Cătălin Crețu, who is the senior CEO actually in Visa, managing multiple markets from the Romanian office. And we had the first discussion with them and their colleagues in Poland. We brought them to the table, and we had a new meeting this week in which other new team were added. Some of the things on which we worked in the past were intentionally done that way. For example, we were thinking from the beginning to work with Currency Cloud. The rationale with Currency Cloud was that we knew that they are part of Visa, and now we just found out that they are fully integrated with Visa. Why Currency Cloud? Currency Cloud will be facilitating actually the process to open accounts in multiple currencies and be able to use multiple currencies within the app. So the agreement with Visa so far is that we continue to set up a multi-tasking team, and we'll have a new call in near future in order to see exactly in which parts they can support us and what they can offer. We choose partners which are favored in, let's say, in the payments industry or carding industry, like Onfido, for example, that we are going to use for the KYC process. Is one of the favorite partners for Visa. So that will help us much easier to get to the market and offer the cards. Also, in the meanwhile, we activated some contacts in MasterCard, and we just realized that MasterCard knows about the project, and they just set up a team for us and coming up with an offer. Most probably we'll be able to mention and talk about this more openly in the report in the next couple of months, so that we'll have some concrete stuff on the table. Also, we have other great things that are going around which we can't talk about now, but we are building on some partnerships that, as I said in our Telegram channel, most of you will desire to hold on any NEF as token NEF, and the reason is we really would like to have a strong utility for the token, not just launch a token over there, but really would like to have a better experience and a real experience with that. When we intend to make a site for the staking, that's done. It's audited. It's under audit now. We need to make some changes to it. The guys who did the audit, in order to realize some things need to be done. In order to settle those, you need to take over the code as such, and that's going to be handed over during the next weeks. So that's what we are working on us. So this is in relation with Visa and MasterCard. We haven't chosen the card provider yet. We don't favor one over the other one. We'll choose the best offer and what's in the best interest of the project itself. Both bring on the table different things for us, which could be also beneficial, and we'll choose which is the best. Also, I forgot to mention that in Oradea we had a great discussion with the folks from Huobi. We just picked up from where we left the discussions in Oradea. We had a call today with them, and now we are pushing urgently for another call with their venture side and what will take place next week. So we are really working hard on that. Because there were some issues with Vinus connection. Just to recap a bit on what he said, we are working on multiple licenses. This is very important for you to know, not only the MII license, but we're working also on the crypto license and across different jurisdictions, so that the experience of what we promised to you to move easier across different asset classes to be made much easier. So far in Lithuania we have 2 people. We have Vinus, who is the CEO of the bank over there, and we have Simona on the team on the regulatory part. If we intend to do another sale, do you mean like private investors or private tickets, Nikush, or just to make be sure? Where is Alin? It's first of all, it's Alin's birthday today, so and that's one thing. And second, he's on his way of breaking his leg. I'm kidding. He's getting married this weekend, and he's over there planning his wedding, which is outside of Bucharest. That's why he's not here. That's he's not present. Yeah. So why not sign a deal with both? It's kind of difficult to have both of them on the table, and that's going to be even more difficult for us to manage. If you refer to the card part, it's not that easy. To work with it. So it's important for us to have one and stable partner. If different markets dictates us different partnership, then we'll take that also into account. The report is we need to add some things. We have a delay over there for several reasons. We've been traveling, and also from medical reasons. One of the colleagues couldn't be in there and work on it and give feedback, and that's why we are a bit late with the report. But anyway, in the future, just bear in mind that we are going to release the report in the next following month after the quarter, so bear with us. If you are still willing to invest, then you should get in touch with Ramona, write to her and see what we can accommodate. I need to mention that private round for private investors it's closed, but we can find a workaround. We are still in the private round, but for institutional investors, and we are starting to have several calls in that. Peter, is there an option to send crypto for both sides? Yes, and that's something that you'll be able to see. Accept transfer in order to be protected. Yes, we have a couple of security layers over there in order to be able to send cryptos across members or users of the app. The first is September, October, but to be limited to a certain sum. I don't know exactly, Kushor, what do you mean by that? So Infinio app 0.1, it's ready for. Yes, there are a couple of things, Emmanuel. There are a couple of things that you can test, and you will see in the app that will be available in the both stores, Google Store and App Store as well. So the ones bought from if we stay blocked from you, we have a premium account. If that was promised, of course, then you have that for sure. So other questions? Okay, so new VCs that investing in us, like, yes, we are in discussions. We are under discussions with other VCs. We cannot say which ones because discussions are underway. But we will let you know in a timely manner when we conclude and with whom we concluded. If we list on Huobi, I don't know if that will happen. In all honesty, I can't confirm or not that. We are in discussions with them. This is something that I can say. Obviously, also I need to say that they would like to enter a European market. And that's something that we are working on an agreement with them to see how we can accommodate their strategy and also their, let's say, business objectives on this market. As for the meeting that Paul had with CZ, I think it was a successful one because out of that we are working on some things which I cannot again confirm or disregard into you, but yes, it was a success. I can tell you that, and you will see that in the next couple of months. So yeah, it was a well invested time, Emmanuel. Other questions if you have. If not, I just want to mention that in August we are not going to have AMA. We will, some of us will have some breaks as well, holidays, and so on. So, okay. When Alpha? Alpha release, as we understand Alpha, it's going to come at the end of Q3. You will need to, or beginning of Q4. It's not that easy on what we want to achieve, so bear with us. Version, if by Alpha we redefine it and we mention it like being version 0.1, that's going to be released in by mid-August. Just to clarify a couple of things, because I think it was misunderstood a bit. For those who invested through Mr. Crypto allocation, in order to get the premium account, just to make clear things, in order to be able to get the premium account, you will need to have at least 5,000 or 5K EFNs staked, just not to confuse the things on that. White paper is done, and you can consult it already on the new released. For those who don't know and you haven't checked that, we just released the website for Infinio. You can check it out at infinio.com. There are some things that are still under development over there or updates that we might missed while we audited or we looked over. So I apologize for that, but you can consult also the new tokenomics over there, white paper and everything. No, we just concluded with Rado, just because you missed my answer with ZTAC, we just concluded their portion of contract and agreement. They delivered to us what they had to deliver on the token and token development, smart contract and staking platform. We are auditing those codes and those applications that they did. We received some feedback from our auditors and we are about to send them our observations. There are going to be done some changes on what they worked, but that's going to be done with the new team and we are phasing out. So that part with them, it's closed. And we thank them for the support. It was a hell of a ride with them, but we are okay. We're just closing and we move on and push the acceleration for that to be able to deliver what we promise. Now the sound is okay. Can you ask? We'll try. Unfortunately, no, Vinus cannot join or come back. But what we will try to arrange is to bring him in September's AMA to be present live over here, which will be much easier to address and manage. Okay. Good. Other questions, guys? If you have, take benefit of this this part. So I don't know if I have other questions which I might cut on the phone. So from 2 hours ago, are you promising new site and alpha release soon? The new website, it's up. The alpha release, as you know, what we would like to have with alpha release integrated is the staking part, so that we are trying to integrate that. And they will begin in the next few weeks. It's not good for community trust. Marius, I don't know what to say. You need to bear in mind that this is a project, ongoing project. This is a living thing. There are things that are happening which are not under our control. And trust me, most of the delays, if they are happening, we take responsibility for that. And most of the time, we assume and let you know. But most of the time, it's not because of us. It's necessarily something happened, and simply it was something that we couldn't foresee. Like health issues, for example, within the staff with programming. Unfortunately, this is something during these times, it's not something that we could foresee. And if the knowledge relies in one person, especially those who are writing the code, then we need to adapt, and you need to understand it as well. So that's happening with the delays. No, Emmanuel, it's not like that. If he has a mandate, if he's the CEO of what's happening in Lithuania and on the Lithuanian banking side, he's not taking decision without us. He has a mandate, and he has a clear mandate in which he can work, or he can provide answers for what he needs to deliver. It's not really that he's doing everything that he wants and how he wants. Okay. He's part of the team. Obviously, he consults with us, and we are consulting with him on approach, on discussions with the national banks in Lithuania, and everything that needs to be settled over there. So that's clear, and obviously he is implementing and working towards implementing the roadmap that we have in place. Let me see what other questions I might have on the channel. So regarding Heraldist, yes, we have a long-term engagement with them. They are still on the board, and they are doing a part of the marketing, and we are consulting with them on that. Most of what they were supposed to do, we brought it inside, and we have Don, who is doing an amazing job on that, and we are continuing to improve. One thing that you will also see in the report, we decided to have a better and clearer structure in the marketing and communication. We are going to move to separate things to be more clear, the communication PR part and the marketing side, and Mihaela to be over managing that. So there you will see some changes. Because you had bad sounding, could not understand the thing. Could you please take over the topic again? So with the alpha testing, as we mentioned, just to raise, not to have too high expectations on this release, we decided to change from alpha to version 0.1 testing. So in order to be able to, what we wanted to do actually with this release, we wanted to integrate the staking platform and you to be able for you to see through the app what you staked and what your tokens are over there. Because of some delays over there, that pushed us with this release in mid-August. What will happen is that we finalized the list of those who are going to enter in the first period of testing, those who are going to receive emails and will be able to download the app from both stores. For those who are using iOS platform, they will require to have installed a new an app that will allow them to test the application as it is. Okay, so you will see the real interface, which is 90% almost done. We are still having some iterations over there and changes that will help. So take them as a testing scenario that we will use in order to validate our assumptions with that. Okay, so that's what will happen. Once the first persons tested and came back with feedback, we are going to onboard new ones that will be able to realize, to test the app as well. May I contact subscribe my email address for testing? As you see, my colleagues answered. If you completed the form that we sent out 2 weeks ago, then you'll be able to have it. Emmanuel. Okay, any chance to hear of Infineon TV? I don't know if I should say or not, but rather we are working on something. Okay, I can tell you that we are working on something, and if you followed the Telegram channel, I wasn't kidding with what I was mentioning there. So we are working on things. Just bear with us, and you might see something starting in September. Or let's say autumn from there. That's what we want, Raul. This is what we want. That's why we pushed the release, and we had to postpone the release because we had to take over the staking platform and see what's in there in order to have the integration done. That's the rationale why we pushed the release. It's not. These are the reason for the delays. Okay. Daniel, you're right. You are perfectly right. Just for you to know, we are doing the setup for the next AMA. We just have the lights that came in, and now we have next week a team specialized in live transmissions that will do us the setup that we need. So that from now on we are going to have a proper live shots on YouTube. So thank you for bearing with us. Okay. Was a quiz what you released a few weeks ago as part of the? Not really. The quiz was intended also for testing some things, but also to getting some emails for that. So Emmanuel, you paid attention, yes, but I can't tell you more on that. Okay. I know that it might be a lot of disappointment regarding this setup of AMA. This is the second AMA that we are doing live on YouTube. We are not perfect. From the last one, we realized that some things need to be changed. We introduced those changes. We even know that there are more things that need to be done because we tested all this month. You might not believe it, but trust me, at least for the last couple of days during this week, we did every single day testing, and all of these tests came out with different results. And we decided that we definitely need to bring in some specialists, and we are going to bring it in. And we know about it, so don't worry about it. Daniel, not really. I'm going to play basketball, but outside there are 30 degrees, and it's not that disregardless or, let's say, lack of respect towards you. It's quite common to have a business or, let's say, informal business meeting like I'm dressed. I could have come from golf. I prefer to play golf, you know, and I might have come from there, and that's quite common to use. I'm sorry, but not in detail about what kind of stuff. I gave some spoilers. I can't give you more. Another spoiler, okay, because you need spoilers. One thing that I would mention that we had a discussion to sign a partnership with one of the largest, let's say, gift cards, voucher schemes across Europe, which works for company 500, top Fortune 500 companies. So we are working on having that partnership signed by the end of the year. So once we release the application, the app, as we intended that to be included. And we are about to onboard merchants and big names in the system, so that you will be able to use it across their shops. The Infinio channel on Telegram. No, you shouldn't be worried, Marius. You need to understand that the Infinio channel on Telegram serves the purpose to be ready with the channel and the community, which will be built organically once the app is done. Once the app is done, most of the users will be moved, and discussions on the app itself are going to be moved there. What is in relation to what we are working, Digital Labs, as company, will work on different other projects in the future that will be developed under the umbrella of Digital Labs. Infinio channel, as I said, it's mostly related to the channel. So I think the channel will grow once the application will be released and more people will interact with it, and we'll try to move discussions over there. Infinio is not the new Digital. Digital Labs, as I mentioned, is still there. Digital Labs is the owner of Infinio brand and Infinio product. Infinio is a product, and Digital Labs will be owner of that. At what stage do you feel the project is at this point in order to achieve a success launch? At what stage? I have to be honest with you guys. We are, in my feeling, we are behind with, in all honesty, with about 3 months, out of which we managed to recover about half of it. So we are behind with about 1.5 months on what we wanted to deliver, on so many reasons, okay, which we couldn't really foresee. Just looking at the war, looking at what happened in the crypto community, looking at what happened in the market itself, looking at how economy is going, We couldn't foresee that in December. We knew that things will happen. We anticipated some, but we didn't really grasp the magnitude of what's happening. So because of that, we are a bit behind of the entire delay that we accumulated so far. We managed to recover about half of it. What will happen is that the release, as we wanted to have it in at the end of the year, is going to happen, but not at the degree as we wanted. Most probably, integration with all the stuff that we wanted will happen, and we moved for the beginning of next year. Catalin, yes. Again, version 0.1, yes. Alpha will be released by the end of the year. We are pushing hard. That's why with our partners, we are pushing hard to bring on board new teams, new team members, and expand the team. As I said at the beginning, we have a team of 18. We are going to add a new one. We are going to add 5 more people by end of August, and by the end of the year, about 8 or 10 people will join more in the team, and that's only on the development side. Let aside the team that is working on the UIX and UX and the banking side, which are totally different. Having full time, if you like, on the training part of the project, that's you got a team. So you will see in the report a couple of changes that we made in the team, and this is something that I anticipated. We did some changes in the team in the sense that Christian is an amazing guy and he loves the trading part. And because we have this amazing resource in the team, we thought it would be a pity to not to capitalize on that. So what we decided to do and agreed among us is that Christy will start to build a trading team. He will move as chief trading officer, and we are going to build our internal trading team under his supervision and under his development. There are several reasons for that. Not only that we are going to make best use of our liquidity that it's over there, but also in the benefit of you as investors. For that, we are now on the process of hiring a replacement for him that will take over as CTO and product owner, and that is something that we'll announce in the near future. Lux Hub, it's a partner that offers us visibility within the community in Luxembourg and within the fintech and crypto community, and that's a partnership that we signed for 1 year because we would like slowly to build our presence on international markets and international community. So that's the rationale with them. We are going to have an exchange of information, presence in different catalogs or events that they are organized, and also getting introduced to different partners. Positions, Mihai, do you mean positions available for hiring or positions available in terms of joining the team? Hiring full-time or changes that we did? That's something that I need to clarify. If you are interested in hiring part, just send us an email on contact@digital.com, and that's going to come referred to me, and we'll see where we have positions, and I will let you know. The report is going to be sent these days, most probably. As I said, due to some medical reasons, we had a delay in it. We are over. So for hiring, Mihai, please send an email to contact@digital.com, and also include your resume, please. Okay, other questions? Using different projects as Solana, for example, because the token wasn't secure. Yes, with Infinity Token, we just audited from security part. We are good, and we are working We have some delays, for example, because this is something that we couldn't foresee. As I mentioned in the past, AMA, we are in talks with a large security provider company, well-known company in Romania, but because of the CEO's engagement and travel around, we couldn't push for having finalized the discussions. So we are going to have another layer of security. But from that perspective, yes, we are good, and we are striving to offer the best security on it. So rest assured that we are okay. Yeah, it won't be expensive, and obviously it's a good investment. To replace Christie, no chance, not in 1,000 years. Is not necessarily busy with mini him. That takes a lot of his time as well. But also he's engaged a lot in what's happening in the project. Not only on the trading side, but he worked extensively in readjusting the tokenomics and everything behind. So he worked really hard with Martin from ValueX in rethinking the utility for the token, in rethinking everything related to the tokenomics and everything. It's not that easy, guys. It might look some numbers and everything put there, but when VCs are asking you what's the rationale or logic behind the tokenomics, that really requires a lot of explanations. And there's a lot of Excels that need to be done. So he did a great job over there in that perspective. And also, he does a lot of great job in the trading part and managing the treasury part of the project from that perspective. And that's the reason why we do these changes, because he feels more comfortable in that. But even if he's not in the office, he's engaged in meetings in that. And in the future, most probably he will join us also in the office once his mini him is growing. That's happening with the first child. When you have it, it takes a lot of your time. So I fully understand him. I was in his situation, so yeah. The tokenomics itself, yes, we worked with Martin, and it was done. But if you mean by the token itself, yes, it was audited. We had the first layer of audit, and now we are hiring another external layer of audit for the token that will be released. I know you never doubted. That's just that to mention that. To buy shares within Digital Labs or the structure that we are having, or buying shares in different other companies. Emmanuel, in order to buy shares, that's a different integration that we need to do. Obviously, that's on our roadmap, and we are going to offer it in the future. But it's not our first priority. As we said, our first priority is for you to get access to your digital assets, because that's something that gives most of, let's say, digital currency users a headache, and that's something that we want to sort out as a pain point. But obviously, yes, in the future we are going to offer that as well. Yes, when as company, when Digital Labs is going to be listed and we reach that stage, obviously investors will get notified, because this is the procedure. Regardless what type of investor you are, you need to announce investors prior the listing, so that they will be able to subscribe, and that's something that we will do. And then the public announcement will be done. That's the entire process, actually, Emmanuel. Okay, so guys, I apologize for the kids. By the way, just give me a second. Mate, Annabella. Mate, Annabella. Hi. chiede scuse. Hello. Hello, so I apologize for it. These are the little ones who made the noise, so I apologize. They are one of my biggest assets, so thank you for bear with me. It's their first MA, and they didn't know how serious this is. So for the future, they know, and they will be all good. So thank you again. Have a great August summer holiday for those who haven't had. For those who are traveling back to Romania, stay safe and see you soon. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for everything. I answered most of the questions with the beta, so you can go back at the beginning of the session and see. Okay? Thank you so much, and again, good luck to you all. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.